So it's a nice little day here out in Manuka, and I thought I might make a little video update on my Harley Sportster Iron 883. Been riding it for a little bit now, and there's a few things I want to go over. I've seen a bunch of videos of people saying the 5 things they love. 5 things they love about the Sportster Iron 883. So I thought it might be a good idea to make a video of the 5 things I hate on the Sportster 883. Which isn't a lot, to be honest, and all these things I'm going to go over are very minor. And this is coming from a guy who's a brand new rider. This is my first motorcycle ever, and I'm almost at 1,000 miles on this thing. I think I'm at 730 miles, something like that. These are going to be the things that I've noticed, and also watching a bunch of videos online, very similar to some other people's complaints, and they are very minor, but this is going to be the 5 things that I hate about the Iron 883. Before I go ahead and get started, I want you guys to go ahead and click that subscribe button, like this video, hit the bell, make sure you follow me, hit the bell, you'll get notified when I update or upload videos. And I have a goal right now. Right now I just hit 4,000 subs, and I'm trying to reach 10,000 subs by the end of the year. So I appreciate it if you could help me to reach that goal. So please subscribe. Also, if you guys are on Instagram, go ahead and follow me there. I do post a lot of pictures, mostly of firearms and stuff like that, but I also have a few pictures, and we're posting a few stuff on this motorcycle. Alright, but let's get started. So the number 1 thing that I hate about the Harley Iron 883 is the exhaust, and it's too quiet. And I wish that from the factory Harley would give you a little bit louder exhaust, something with a little bit more balls to it. I mean, this is a very quiet bike compared to a lot of other motorcycles I see on the road. And I realize a lot of people go ahead and put aftermarket exhaust on, which is what I'm eventually going to be doing on mine. But a lot of people don't want to spend a lot of money upgrading or changing a bike they just bought. Now I know with the Sportster it's very common to do. It's kind of one of the fun things about them. There's a ton of aftermarket stuff available, but it would be nice if they gave you something a little bit louder, just make it sound a little more mean. It is a cruiser, and they don't have to make something super loud, but, and I understand a lot of it might have to do with emissions maybe and stuff like that. However, I would like to see them offer this off the showroom floor with a little bit louder exhaust. So again, it's not that big of a deal. It's still fun to ride. I'm still loving it. But that would be something nice I would like to see from the factory, from Harley. Alright, moving on. The second thing, number 2, that I hate about the Harley would probably be the seat. Now, when I first got this, I was a little sore after riding it at about an hour, but I thought maybe that's because my first time getting on a motorcycle. But I have soon come to realize that the seat is just not that comfortable, especially if you're riding for an extended period of time. Now, this is kind of advertised or sold as around the city bike, around town, really not cross country. But even just riding around the area here, after about an hour, it starts to get uncomfortable. I would like to see them maybe offer a little bit more of a backrest, and maybe some kind of gel or memory foam or something like that. I think it might make it a little bit more comfortable. But I'm going to be getting an aftermarket seat here eventually. So that's the second thing. And these are both common. These are very common. Got some cows down there by the water. Yeah, right now I'm over in the back roads over here in Manuka. It's been really hot, but right now it's beautiful. Beautiful day to ride. And I love riding back here. But yeah, the seat, I feel like Harley could give you a better seat. I've been looking at the Saddleman step-up seat. It's got good reviews. A lot of people review it on YouTube. So that's probably what I'm going to be upgrading to eventually. Alright, so we went over the exhaust, we went over the seat. The third thing that I really don't like about this bike is the power. This thing is not that fast compared to a lot of other motorcycles. And I knew that one. I did a ton of research before I bought this motorcycle, and I knew that's something that a lot of people said. They're like, oh, it's a slow bike. And I wouldn't say it's slow, but it leaves a lot of room for wanting something more. And I'm still new. I'm still getting used to this, but I totally understand when people say that this does not have enough power. And there's a lot of companies that make upgrades you can do to the motor to get more power out of it. But again, I feel like Harley just kind of waters it down from the factory when there's so much more potential in this engine. Again, that may be because of emissions. They want to make it more, I don't know, they want to make it more viable options for a broader base of people in Europe. I'm going to take a left here. We're going to head over by this one little neighborhood I like. It's got some really nice houses. I mean, I just got up to 70 right there. But this thing, I mean, top speed, I would say like 80. After that, it really starts struggling to get going faster. Man, a lot of bugs out here. That's why I'm waiting on a lens for my GoPro here. I got the Lanzi mount for it, and I ordered an ND filter from B&H Photo like a month and a half ago, and I still haven't got it. I emailed them. They said it's on back order. I'll probably get it by the end of this month, July. But mainly I want the ND filter just to protect the lens of the camera. Because after riding, I get back home and I clean my visor off all the time. There's just lots of bugs. But again, out here kind of in the country, it's kind of like Manuka is like the edge of the suburbs and where the country begins. It's the best way to describe it. But yeah, the motor. I definitely want to upgrade the motor. Which a lot of people say, why don't you get the 1200? And the 1200 was like $2,000 or $3,000 more than the Iron 883. And you could actually upgrade this to a 1200 for about, I want to say $1,000 right around there, depending on what you do. There's a lot of options for it. But again, I feel like they should just give it a little bit more from the factory. Alright, so those are kind of like the three main things that are still, I don't know, minor to me. Maybe be a big deal to some other people. But again, I researched this bike a lot before I bought it, and I already knew that. And I knew I could eventually upgrade all that stuff when I had more money and when I was confident riding it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this bike. I still love the way it looks, and it was a good price, and I'm still very happy with my purchase. It's a great learner, beginner bike. Now, might I upgrade in the future? Maybe I'll keep this forever. I don't know. Time will tell. But right now, I'm just having a blast riding it. So the seat, the exhaust, the motor, those are three things. And another thing that I hate about this bike, which again is very minor, is LEDs. I wish this came stock with all LED lights. They're not that expensive. Well, at least the indicator and the turn signal lights aren't that expensive to upgrade. But the main headlight, the one Harley sells, is pretty expensive. You can find the cheaper version on Amazon, which a lot of people do. But still, a brand new bike, I feel like it should come with LEDs. This is a 2019. But again, not that big of a deal. Minor. Alright, and then probably the fifth thing is it doesn't come with passenger pegs. And that's not a huge deal. The seat doesn't even have a spot for a passenger to sit anyway, so you would have to upgrade the the seat to put a passenger on. But having passenger pegs, I mean, it saves you. I think they're like 60 or 70 bucks depending on which one you get. And on this, it's kind of a pain in the ass to install. You do have to remove the exhaust in order to get passenger pegs on. So I will say, if you do plan on upgrading your exhaust and you already have it taken off, that is a good time to install passenger pegs. But that's really it. There's a few other minor things. And again, I can't think of them off the top of my head right now, but that should go to show that they're not that big of a deal. I was having an issue with getting into neutral, and a lot of guys online said that does go away once the motor breaks in a little bit. So that has been getting easier. I have noticed that, which is a good thing. I'm still probably going to mention it when I go in for the 1,000-mile maintenance back at the dealer. I'm going to mention to them and see what they say. That was a little annoying at first, but it is getting a lot easier. Alright, just checking, making sure I still got my concealed carry on me. I did make a video earlier, maybe about a week or two ago, about carrying, my first time carrying on the bike. And every time I ride, I've been doing it now. And my setup is the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9mm. I have it in a G-code incog holster. And I wear the Core Essentials belt. This belt's awesome. I really do love this belt. It's almost like a zip tie. It's got a track and it will not loosen. It's got a release button on the buckle to loosen the belt up. But it is a nice belt. I actually really like it a lot. A lot of people overlook that when they get their concealed carry, especially on a motorcycle. And I carry at the 4 o'clock position. Man, I'm still checking. I know I can feel it there, but it's kind of a habit. I do not want my gun to fall out while I'm riding. And while I'm on the topic of firearms, if you guys haven't joined, well, you could join my Facebook group, but also I would recommend checking out my website. So what I do is I do webinars, reviews of 2A gear, and I'll do a quick review of it. You register for it, and after the review I give it away randomly live to one person that registered. So it's pretty cool. Recommend checking that out. It's firstworldcrusader.com/webinars, or you can just go to firstworldcrusader.com and you can click on the webinar tab. But yeah, I just actually a couple days ago shipped out some cool stuff, so check that out. I'm just making a quick video on that, and a quick video on the 5 things I hate about the Iron 883, and I'll probably do a video on the 5 things I like, which I kind of probably went over all of them, but I'll probably just make one video explaining it all. And also I'll probably make a video on my helmet setup, because I'm actually really loving this setup I have right now. And I actually don't know where I'm going right now. I missed my turn. I was gonna go check out that neighborhood, and this might be a dead end. I think I'm kind of heading over into Morris. Yep, this is a dead end. Practice a U-turn here. Oh, that was horrible. Scared the chickens. Yeah, as you guys could tell, I do need some practice on my slow speed maneuvers. Still signed up for the MSF course. I haven't done it yet. It was postponed because of the coronavirus pandemic, but now it seems like classes are starting up again. I'm going to try to shoot for August. I'm off for I think a week. It'd be during my birthday, so when I pick my vacation days, I'm off work around then, so I'll probably try to squeeze into that class. Still want to take the class, still want to learn that stuff. I am getting a lot better, but I still want to learn from actual instructors and learn the right way. If anyone else has taken the class, let me know what it's like. And I'm actually thinking about, I'm going to call and ask them if I can record it. I don't know if they'll let me or not, but I think that might be kind of cool to post a video of the actual class. It's Route 6 right here. Taking a right. But man, this thing's fun. I do not regret buying this motorcycle at all. If you're new to riding motorcycles or you want to get into it, I recommend this bike. It's a great bike to learn on, and also you can find these used. You save quite a bit of money if you buy them used. But don't do what I did and buy a new one. If you have the money, if you can afford it. I mean, these are super affordable with your payments and stuff like that, depending on your credit and all that good stuff. But insurance, super affordable. That also depends on your driving record and your age as well. But just a fun bike. And actually, let me mention this real quick. Ever since I got a motorcycle, well, I wasn't 100% my doing, but I kind of helped convince one of my friends to get a motorcycle too, and he actually just bought one. He got a used one though. He did the smart thing. But he's still got to go get title, insurance, and do all that stuff. But probably, maybe I should hit him up and see if he wants to go for a ride for the 4th of July weekend. I haven't done any group rides yet. I've only rode with 2 other buddies. And to be honest, I don't know if I wanted to go on a group ride. If I did, I would definitely just hang out in the back. But since I've never done it, it kind of makes me nervous being in that close proximity. And again, I'm new to riding. I wouldn't want to be the dumbass that causes an accident. It's probably pretty safe, but honestly, I kind of like just riding these back roads out of my own. It's fun riding, but I don't have bags or anything. I got to carry a backpack, which ain't too bad. But it is kind of a pain in the ass if you want to run to the store and get something. Like the other day, I had to go to Home Depot. I got a torque wrench. And when you're there, you know, sometimes you see stuff you want to buy, but you can't, which might be a good thing actually, because you're on your motorcycle and you don't have a car to take it back home. But the torque wrench, I was able to throw in my backpack. Alright, but I think that's where I'm going to end this video. I am going to be doing a AR-15 build series. So again, anybody that's into firearms, right now, I'm going to make a whole video over it. AR-15's pretty popular. They've always been popular, but especially now. That's like the go-to rifle. But I'm going to make a build series on that. Kind of build the ultimate, in my preference, or what I find as the ultimate home defense slash shit at the fan slash civil unrest. Any scenario like that, what I think is the ultimate rifle build for me, and do all the parts and accessories that I like. So stay tuned for that. I was kind of waiting until I got everything and then try to make one video, but I'm gonna have to split it up. I'm still waiting on parts. Ordered a few different parts, but I pretty much got like 90% of the stuff I want. So stay tuned for that. And again, if you like this video, if you guys like watching motorcycle videos about the Harley Iron 883, please subscribe. Also, you'll see firearm content on the channel, so go ahead and do that too. And thanks for watching. Be safe. Until next time. Alright guys, I was just kidding. I'm back, and I finally found that neighborhood I was talking about earlier, so I thought I would show that real quick. And one thing I couldn't remember about the 5 things I hate is the suspension. I don't think I mentioned that. It's a little bonus. The suspension is a lot better from what I hear than the previous Sportsters on these newer model ones. However, there's a lot of potholes here in Illinois, and sometimes you can't avoid them. Well, I don't want to swerve and crash because of a pothole, trying to avoid one. But the suspension isn't that great. Again, I really have no experience to compare it to. But I see a lot of people do add aftermarket suspensions. So I feel like Harley should give you a little bit of better one from the factory. And that's the last thing I wanted to add, a little bonus one for you. But man, this neighborhood's awesome. I didn't know this neighborhood existed until told I was riding one day and I kind of found it. But I don't know if you guys are weird like me, but sometimes I like just to cruise in these nice neighborhoods just to check out these houses, because they're awesome. They got this private pond back here. But maybe one day I'll live in a neighborhood like this. I like my house. I got a small house right now, but I actually like it a lot. It's perfect for me. Ooh, is that one for sale? But yeah, this cul-de-sac down here is real nice. This is kind of a hidden little neighborhood here too. Like I said, I didn't know it existed. But alright, that's where I'm going to end this video now. Oh wait, is that another one for sale? I don't know if I have $500,000 to afford a house, but should I ask the lady? Nah. Man, that's awesome. Private pond. Cornfield in the back. This would be a prime spot to live. Alright guys, so that's where I'm going to end this video. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Till next time, be safe. See you later.